The media says that we're divided, but that's a lie. You can tell because you just go outside, you go to the store, go to Starbucks, and you will see people acting nice to each other. Maybe you hold the door for someone else. Maybe they hold the door for you. So why does the media keep telling us that we are divided? It's because they have an incentive to do so, and of course, it is a financial incentive. This is part of the business model. Look at the type of content that we watch. The most viewed content has to do with conflict. The biggest thing ever was this Tyson-Paul pretend fight. What could be a bigger fight than half the country against the other half of the country? Even if we're not really this divided, to tell people we are so divided, we are more divided than ever, there could be a civil war coming right around the corner, what better way to get ratings or get the clicks, get the eyeballs? So then what the media does is they scan through everything that everyone is doing and look for the instances of the most conflict. And thanks to social media, it is very easy to find stuff. So much more of the news is just showing clips from social media and talking about it. And now that everyone is a content creator, there's pretty much infinite content out there, and you can use computers to look for certain types of content. So it is now very easy for all media outlets to have a never-ending feed of the most conflicting stuff from anyone going on everywhere, and they serve that up to us regularly. Of course, one side shares the bad stuff from the other side, and vice versa. For all we know, there could have been this great level of conflict going on for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. You got to imagine the American Civil War, the Revolutionary War, was more intense than it was now, right? Is it really fair to say that we are more divided than ever? Of course, it might seem that way because of the media. Right? They're telling us that we're more divided than ever, but really it's the media that is dividing us by focusing on the negative clips from the other side. Maybe before it felt less divided because there wasn't as much content showing the divide. And now the second there's conflict, whether it's in private or in public, someone they pull out their phone and film it. So you say, it seems like we are more divided than ever because look at all these clips that I saw, and these were all things that just happened in the past week. But you don't know if really there's more conflict than there was before, or maybe just more people now have video cameras with them built into the phones than ever, and it's now become more culturally acceptable to film things in public and in private. So yes, there are more, video documentations showing conflict than ever, but does that mean there's more conflict, or does that just mean there's more video cameras in our phone now? So the media tells us that we're more divided than ever, even though they are the ones dividing us. And the main way to do this is you take clips that make someone look bad and you show it again and again, and you talk about it again and again. If you've got a cable news channel, then you take whatever the other side did that was worse and you play it on a loop again and again. You play the bad clip of the person on the other side, and then you change out the different people who's explaining that person is bad. And they explain that the person is bad in different ways. They'll bring on judges to explain why the person's bad, and teachers and academics, and it's just showing the worst clip again and again and talking about how bad it is. Both sides do this, and they focus on different clips. And in a way, a lot of times both sides are right. And that's because they're just saying, look at this person on the other side who's crazy or bad. And turns out, when you have a big country with hundreds of millions of people, there's going to be at least 100 million people on each side to pick from. And yes, at least once a day, one out of 100 million people is gonna do something very stupid, crazy, evil wrong. And because now we all have video cameras with us at all time, someone is going to get that on video, and then all you have to do if you're the other side's news is you take that one clip, you show it again and again. So unfortunately, this means that each side has a very negative portrayal of the other side because they are only seeing the other side's worst people. And also, the news, I think, does, we'll say, a decent job of fact-checking because they can here. You can find something bad that the other side has done that's real. It's really someone from the other side. They're really, someone of somewhat prominence. You can really find those clips because there's so many clips. And then you play that again and again, you talk about it, and let's just say that's right. Also, the other side is doing the same thing with a completely different set of clips from the other side. So now, when the two sides get together, they are talking past each other because they do not even share an agreeable set of facts as to what the most important issues are, because each media has said that different issues are important. I'm sure this video would get a lot more clicks and views if I was on one side or the other and saying that the other side is evil, but that's not me. And in these new videos I'm doing with you where I try to talk longer, say stuff that I think, I'm trying to be real with you. So in this video, I guess it came out chronologically that I'm a political independent. And I'm curious about you if you're watching these videos. I know some people are private about their politics. That's great. I hope that in these videos, this will be a place where we can respectfully have discourse, where we will respectfully disagree. I think disagreement is great. This is actually, maybe the media sometimes spins it off as a bad thing. But another way to look at it is America is so great because of disagreements and the way we handle them. Every country has disagreements, and maybe if there's some that have less disagreements, it could be because the way they deal with disagreements is really bad. Meaning someone just comes in your door at night and removes you. They don't allow for disagreement. But I love it. Maybe it's a personality thing, but it's always interesting to me personally if my friends and I disagree on the biggest issues. I gravitate toward people that I disagree with, find it gives us something to talk about. I'm curious if there's anyone else like that. If you're watching this video, I would be, curious to know if you seek out friends that you agree with or disagree with, and if you, agree with the thesis here that we're not actually as divided as the media says, but they have an incentive to think that. I'm curious, and I am still reading all the comments.